Hold on just a second. I have to clean off the camera. We had the kitty knock everything off, and I had to pick it up. And evidently, my fingers must need a moist towelette. Yes. Now, I just came to the revelation as I started this live that this little cat over here is going to start thinking its name is God damn it. Because it makes me have to say God damn it way too much. Just saying. Hello. It's got to be Ronnie because I only have 2 wrenches. Hello, Ronnie. Yes, Trisha's doing a sleep stream right now, and she ended up with over 1,000 people in her chat, Ronnie. I mean, it's like, we need some tits, man. Just saying. I mean, she can get 3 times the amount of people in her live unconscious as I can conscious. Oh, but it is what it is. Now, once again, tomorrow she does want me to play Verily Veronica, and I still have not even went and started digging up the makeup. So I will do this live. I will dig up the makeup. I will find an outfit. I will sleep a lot during the day tomorrow. And that way I'll be all bright and fresh for the stream. I think she's kind of learned that, you remember how Richella does? This is Richella's daughter. I mean, you know this is normally what her mother does, but her mother's Richella's right behind you. Basically, I have a prop, and Richella's propping up the prop. But yes, this is Richella's daughter, Zorabelle, formerly known as Baby Grace. And she's doing her mother's job. She says, it's time for me to be cute on YouTube. You know, it's time to be on CuteTube. It's time to get long, be fuzzy, get held, and get my head scratched. Oh, she's got gas. You need a fart, honey. She kind of squeaked one out on me. It doesn't stink, but her made a squeaker. Well, I got news for you. This cat will do what this cat wants to. Just say it. What's honey? Says I'll get long too. See, I am holding, see, my head. I am supporting the head. And you can kiss her ass. Yes, see? Like I said, I'm holding her head, and you can kiss her ass. Just saying. Yes. Greetings. Oh, I mean, this is where I think it's funny that where people think they're going to come in and troll me on my channel or get me worried I'm going to be canceled. Oh, I do laugh about that because when I do horrible shit, I admit to it. And god damn it, have I done some horrible shit over the years. Now, I'm not going around doing horrible shit now, but I am completely capable of it if I want to. Well, actually, I'm quite fine, and you're quite... No, you can't have a mod. Well, I'm fine if there's a bug on the wall behind me. Just saying. Yep. Matter of fact, I hope it's a big fucking spider. Because for one, I am not afraid of a bug. Just saying. In fact, I'm afraid of absolutely nothing except commitment. Because if you watch my last live and I talked about the 3 girlfriends that I got off of YouTube, that is the only thing at this point that I fear. A relationship. Well, you can have a question because I am the man with all the answers. Now, once again, I normally don't flex, but I'm a fucking genius. Yep. Now, I usually don't hold that over other people, but, it is a fact, and it annoys the fuck out of people when I say it. Now, I don't say it much, but you know what? I kind of feel like annoying people today. Now, I do not fear God. Now, my theory is God is a dick. One day I was sitting on the toilet, and then the epiphany hit me. I mean, I wasn't even thinking about God. I was thinking about how the world doesn't make any sense. And then it hit me. God is a dick. And then all of a sudden, after I got done pounding it out and wiping real good, I stood up and I looked out the window and I looked at the world around me. And I thought, you know what? This explains a lot. I'm a dick. And God is a dick. And after that, the world to me has made perfect sense. So there you go. No, I'm not tripping. Smoking a little weed, but I'm not tripping. Well, we don't talk religion. And in fact, she and I don't talk outside the channels. Just saying. I say again and again everywhere. I am not a Christian. I am not do not have to abide by Christian values, nor I do not. My policy in the Middle East, fight it out. Just shut the F up and fight it out. Yep. See, it's the same thing that when I was a gang member, that I told the other gang members, shut the fuck up. I don't want to fucking hear it. Fucking kill each other. Shut the fuck up and kill each other or make peace, whichever. I don't give a fucking shit. And that's what I would tell my compatriots in the gang. I would tell them, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it. You can either work it out like men, or you can go down there in the lot and you can play with it with blades. In fact, there was one time I was so sick of it, I took two of my blades and I threw one at one's foot, I threw one at the other, and I told them to pick it up. Or shut the fuck up. Now, they shut the fuck up, and then I went and pulled my knives out of the floor. And this was in a house with a wooden floor. It was in the clubhouse. And once again, Roger is known for his moods. Yep, because I'm really good with those knives too. And it also gets people's attention. And I take this to politics also. Just shut the fuck up and kill each other. That is my politics. In fact, I think that we should decide political races by combat. Yes, I do. Because if we do politics by combat to the death, half the problem ends up gone every election. I mean, once again, any of you here, debate me on that point. Trial by combat gets rid of half the political problem every election. I mean, it's the solution to so much. The Middle East, they should fight it out until they want to live peacefully with each other. And then everyone will be happy. You know, it's kind of like hitting yourself in the head with a hammer. It feels really good when you stop. Well, no. Might makes right. Now, once again, the government. I own a farm. If I do not pay my taxes, they come for everything that I have. If I don't pay my property tax, they will come and take my land from me, and they will throw me in the street. Men with guns, and they're called sheriffs. And if I resist them, they will blam, 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 blam me if I resist that in any way if I do not pay my taxes. The end result is always force. You know, any enforcement, force is the ultimate decider of everything. Now, once again, the politicians can say everything that they want, but there's force on the ground backing up their wants. I do not have Roblox. No. In fact, I live out here on a farm on a very marginal lifestyle. I mean, this place, other than the electricity and the internet, is pretty green. I mean, I raise a lot of my own food. I hunt deer. If you subscribe to the channel, you'll see, well, I can't show it actually all up on YouTube, but I showed my rear part of a deer that I was getting ready to cut up in October. In the 2 giant knives, remember I said I threw 2 knives at the feet? Those 2 giant knives are there in my deer video. They're sitting out right there. Now, they're just kind of in the background, but they're 2 giant ass fucking daggers. If I don't pay my taxes, the police will be here. Yes, that is the thing. If you do not pay your taxes, they will come for your property. And they will evict you from your property. And then they will sell your property. And then they will take their money and then hand you the rest. With you on the street. And then someone else will own your property and you will be homeless. But no, police officers don't come to my place. I pay my taxes. Yep. In fact, about a month and a half ago, I went and paid my taxes. Because this farm raises hay. And that hay pays the taxes. And buys some cat food. And then I go on with my life. Yeah, I pay my taxes. I mean, I even got the receipt. Well, it's like Adrastia. I can't stand her as a YouTuber. But she has to pay for her $1,500 a month apartment. She has to pay $28 a month. And she cannot pay $28 a month for her program apartment that's worth $1,500 a month. I mean, my taxes are more than $28 a month. So that's what Classic means by paying rent. You know, her $1,500 a month program apartment, she's only supposed to pay $28 for. She can't even do that. And that's when I found out about that. You know, I had a brain glitch because it pissed me off because my taxes are more than that a month. Because I have to pay to educate all the Mexican children. Because where I live has been destroyed for decades. So I have a pretty good time watching people be upset. Well, no, I'm not married. In fact, I'm not Christian. I don't. Matter of fact, I can even tell you the etymology of God. Yep, because you see, the Christian God comes from a knockoff Persian God. Yep. And then Christianity made a knockoff God from that God, and Islam did the same thing. And like I say, you know, monotheism basically comes from Persia. It's just they had a they were duotheists. They had 2 gods, a good one and an evil one. I can't remember the good one's name, the one that they created the Jewish god from, but the bad one was named Ahriman. And I only remember that because it's also the name of a Warhammer 40k character, and I speak fluent Warhammer 40k. In fact, on another channel, I'm going to start Warhammer 40k content soon. Hello, Dragon Mama. How are you today? I'm sitting here meeting new people and sparring with the idiotic haters. I've seen Ernie's been live, but I've not really got a chance to stop by. Truthfully, Trisha's channel is taking off big time, and I've been modding on it a lot because she's been live a lot. And where I've got like 48 in my chat now, I think she had like 300 watching her sleep just a little while ago. But she's been on the platform a long time, and she deserves success. Now I got a number right here. See, I can set this. It says 48. And it'll go up to a couple hundred at sometimes because of the new streaming system. You see, my channel is an exit ramp on a highway. And when at certain times, YouTube will start to flow more people here. Because my channel has above 1,000 subscribers. Channels under 1,000 subscribers, they don't get that big exit. I mean, I was live just a little bit earlier this evening, and I got about 3,800 views, which is the lowest number I've gotten in a live for a long time, because I am more of a late night live person. Yes. And I had a serious topical live, and this is just a random bullshit live. Well, good for you. Now, once again, I do that thing before the stream starts. In between Truthfully Trisha's stream and this stream, I took care of all of my biology. I even had a snack. I even had a smoke. Yep. I even petted a cat. I even called that cat a bad name because it kept knocking the stream over. Excuse me. And now I just burped Mountain Dew. Yep. Now, my therapist wanted me to do YouTube because she said, Roger, you're the most interesting person I know. Now, I am, but I don't really feel overly interesting tonight. I did that earlier. Now, I did thought about doing one of my characters as alive today or tonight, but I decided not to. And I have his mask, and I have basically the rest of his costume on already. But I, Alfarius Kane, Horseman of the Apocalypse, do not feel like showing. Just saying. Yep. So yes, you usually have this hat, this shirt on, and my Alfarius mask. Now, tomorrow on Trisha's channel, I play Verily Veronica. Well, I was going to flip over to Trisha's stream and show you, but her stream ended. Now we only have 10 in chat. But, I mean, we can throw out shit to talk about. Like I say, I'm not doing anything serious right now. I just had the device all charged up. Now, you see, I have seizures. And I eat one meal a day, and I usually have it somewhere about noon to 2 in the afternoon. Well, I had it a little earlier today, and I had a seizure. And fortunately, I didn't burn myself, but my dinner ended up all over the floor. Yep. And then after the seizure, I had to clean up the giant mess that was to be my dinner, and then I went in here, cleaned myself up, and I passed out all day. So I was unconscious the better part of the day. I didn't get any supper, and I'm just shit out of luck till tomorrow. Now, in the morning when it gets dawn, I'll have to grab a pack I will have to walk 2 miles to the store and I will have to buy myself something to eat. And then I'll have to come back and cook it. Well, actually, it sucks. Now, I started having seizures in, what was it, November 18th, 2015. It was a good day. I was with friends. Now, it was kind of weird, the first one, because one of the ladies I was with said, "Roger, you're having a seizure." And I started to tell her, "No, I'm not having a seizure." But no words would come out of my mouth because I was having a seizure. And ever since that day, I have had seizures on some various level. Now, they used to be really, really violent, but smoking marijuana makes them less violent. Some of them will be like a Mitch McConnell lockup with trembling. You know, that's the best case scenario. Or they'll be like the one I had today that won't be as violent as they used to be, but enough to where you drop your food all over the floor. And as I said, I'm lucky to have not got burned. And, well, about a month ago, I busted my head and got a concussion while I was doing laundry. I feel most of my seizures coming on, but about 1 in 20 I won't. And that 1 in 20 I didn't, I went down, I smacked my head, and I'm still recovering from the concussion. And I do have to say that, like, closing my eyes right now, oh God, that feels good. And it's not because I'm tired, it's because of the remnants of the concussion. Oh, I collect rainwater and I also go to a spring. Now, I've got all the water I need right now because I've been to the spring this month. It's just I don't have any hot water. If I want hot water, I have to make the water hot. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Dragon Mama, but yes, bad medicine and bad doctors has been a thing in my life. Yes. Doctors screwed up on me religiously. Enough to where I don't even trust them. Man. Like, people, your teeth. I had a bad gallbladder in me for 27 years as a misdiagnosis. I used to puke my guts out every fucking morning. And that's what happened to my teeth. I mean, they said nothing's wrong with your gallbladder and put me on Xanax. My gallbladder needed out. And I had a septic organ in me for 27 years that destroyed my life. All because no doctor would countermand what the first doctor said. Well, actually here, my electric comes off hydroelectric dam. Now, oh shit, I forgot. Because I was about to go into a phone and get my exact electric bill, but we're on the phone that it's on phone. My electric bill was under $100 this last month. I think it was like 95 or 96, 93 to 97, somewhere in there. I was going to look it up, but I can't get into the email account except on this device. But I get cheap electricity because we're a rural co-op. The people own the electric company. So there's no corporation. My electric company is a nonprofit. So that gets me cheap electric rates. Yeah, like I say, it's a rural electric co-op corporation. And now the politicians get to pick who run it. But other than that, it is supposed to be a nonprofit. Now, of course, the people in power will abuse it whenever they can. But that's where I say it is supposed to be a nonprofit. but it does get me about the lowest electric rate in the country. And it comes off of a dam that was made by the TVA in the 1950s. Now, if you subscribe to my channel and see my lives, you'll notice something. Now, when I'm having seizures a lot, you will see me hit a pipe off of screen every now and then. Now, if I'm really good and not having seizures, you'll never see any marijuana on screen. But you know, one of the clues, has Roger been having seizures, if you see Roger smoking at all. Well, I smoke what we get in Kentucky, and it's medical quality, and we usually give it our own names. But you know, this is so, I can, now once again, when I was young, I used to sell weed. If you give me any weed, you can have it any name, but I can tell you what its parent is. And what I am smoking is a descendant of Colombian gold. And I can tell because of the yellow hairs in it. Because there's only two parents that had a yellow hair in it, and it's Colombian gold and Alpaco gold. The Alpaco gold, you know, that is, it has a unique taste to it, a little more like a skunk bud. Just checking on the kitty behind you. Like I say, you don't know that, but you guys are like that far from a cat. So if the stream gets knocked over, it's because the kitty woke up. In fact, the prop that's holding you up is on her belly. I am using a cat as a backboard. Aren't I, honey? Poor abused kitty gotta sit and be a backboard for a live stream. Oh. Actually, there's not a roach on the wall. And you were disrespectful in my comments, so you're gone. I make no money off of YouTube, nor do I have to take any shit. Just saying. You know, this is just a leisurely bullshit live where, you know, we'll talk about most anything that we want. Now, like tonight, I will entertain more than I normally would. This is a good chance if anybody has honest questions on getting a really good, honest answer and not a flippant one. Because if I have a agenda or, you know, a program planned, I want to stick with that program, and I'm going to make light of anything that's going to deflect my program. But I do not tonight, because like I said, I've already had a live tonight that I wouldn't want to deflect from, and this is kind of a bonus stream. For two things. I know what my normal late night numbers are. And this is a multiple stream within a short period. And I also want to see how much YouTube will flow people in. Honestly. Now, yet out here in the country, we have snakes. We have water moccasins, poisonous. We have copperheads, poisonous. And we have rattlesnakes, also poisonous. And what sucks about the water moccasins, you can have a snake in the land or in the water. And they even get in the trees. So, I mean, you can get them in land, sea, or air. Now, a snake, though, responds to vibration. So all you got to just do is walk hard, and the snakes will get out of your way. And if not, I've got a pistol over there. Yep. Now, a rattlesnake does not want to bother you. He just wants to get out of the way. A copperhead, on the other hand, he'll go out of his way to bite you just to be a dick. Yep. Where I will not shoot a rattlesnake or a water moccasin unless I had to. And I've never had to. Now, copperheads, on the other hand, they're a different story. I've had to annihilate many of them. And now, one of my oldest cats that's still alive, when he was a young boy, we had a big fight with the 6-foot one on the deck. You know, I turned around and was like, Tiger, what are you doing? And Tiger's fighting. Tiger's about 30 pounds. I mean, he's a brute. He's not now because he's literally at the end of his life. So he's about half the size he used to be. But big old Tiger's sitting there taking on the snake. And I go in the house and grab a machete. And then I join in the fray. And I chop the head, I pin the snake down and I chopped its fucking head off. And then I gave it to the rest of the cats. Now, one of my cats that's gone now, Satin, she grabbed that snake body and she ran off with it. And she ate the copperhead. This is a practice katana. I have some real blades, but because of YouTube terms of service, you don't get to see them. But this is a wooden practice katana. And I work out with this. And I am very good with a blade. In fact, I am damn good with a blade. It is one of my grand skills. Now, I don't know how to fake sword fight. That's my problem. I mean, I'm good enough for the movies, but I only know how to hurt people. I mean, and they get really mad you messing up the actor every scene. Like I say, I don't know how to fake sword fight. I only know how to real sword fight. And I am quite good at it. Now, once again, you have the internet. When I was growing up, we did not have the internet. We had marijuana and AC/DC. We also had Ozzy Osbourne. And using these things as inspiration and metal, we did metal things. Like one of my friends used to work at a paint store. And we had an unlimited amount of rulers. You know, the old wooden 3-foot long ones? Well, we used to take 3 of these rulers and we would tape them all together. And we would make our own practice blades. And me and all of my friends would smoke way too much marijuana. We would listen to heavy metal music. And we would fight with these swords that we made. And this is how I got damn good. Because if you failed, you were going to get hit in the head. Well, see, the funny thing is one of my possible causes for my seizures is from taking too many blows to the head. Just saying, side fact. Well, like I say, well, if you subscribe, I mean, now and then, I'll say shit that will be unflattering to me. Now, I will admit to things that are true if they're unflattering. But, me and all of my heavy metal friends, we used to fight with our practice blades. And we all got damn good. I mean, we all were amazing swordsmen. And when someone new would come into the group, I mean, that's how we learned we were so good. Because when new people would try to get into it, I mean, damn, they'd take the worst end of it. And then we'd look at them and say, you're supposed to block. I mean, like me and some of my close friends, we can go at it 15 or 20 minutes just blocking each other and no one can get a thing through. Matter of fact, we can usually go until we flat out get tired or the blade breaks. Remember I say we'd make our own practice swords? And with my friends, that's usually how it would end. No one would get a hit in on the other person, and one of either mine or his blade would break. Hello, Philip. Well, Subi, Well, then this would you would love my house. I got a horse farm over here full of mini horses. There's 2 horses back here on this next farm. They're old ones, in case you're into old horses. And then this one back over here, it has 2 young horses, and it has a couple cows in case you're in for something different. There you go. And now I have to laugh at you because you didn't think I was going to say something funny, did you? You thought I was going to be shocked or something. Oh, no, not here. I mean, I used to cover Elvis Travels, and he said he was into bestiality. So, I've had to cover enough bestiality on YouTube as a part of my drama channel that I can give you tips. Well, Richard, combat is not gay, it's combat. I mean, combat is like the most beautiful thing that 2 men can participate in. Now, one reason I live where I do in the American South is because we have fighting word laws. You have freedom of speech, but you do not have freedom to be abusive to me in any ways. Yep. Not in the state of Kentucky or anywhere in the American South, because every American southern state has a version of what is called fighting words. So even if the other person swings first, if you said fighting words, it's considered mutually consensual combat. And they look at you and say, well, I guess you should have watched your mouth, huh? No, I'm not a robot, but I am kind of a machine. Yes. See, I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And in a way that does make me in a certain level a bit machine-like. I am methodical as hell. Just saying. Well, Richard, you don't need to fight with guns because I don't fight fair with guns. Just saying. I mean, fighting fair? What is this? I mean, you evidently have never been in combat. I mean, fighting unfair is the absolute best way to fight. I mean, if you are going to fight, you want to fight just as unfair as possible. In fact, this hand has been broken more times than you will have lovers. Because I fight unfair. I have a large steel ball that I will put in this fist. And when someone starts fisticuff with me, I will go boosh, and I will backhand them with my fist. Now, if I hit them with a ball, I'm going to jail. But if I hold the ball in my fist and I backhand with them, I knock them out and I break my hand. But I don't go to jail. Well, cool, Joker. Edge for me a little bit. Well, thank you, you've been knocked. German is my second language. Now, once again, I do better reading it than speaking it. Because I was born in 1986, and there was a East and West Germany. And Ronald Reagan made registration for the draft. Well, I was in the first 2 years of the draft registration. So if World War III was going to happen, they were calling all of us. And I would have been sent to West Germany in the middle of a nuclear war. So once again, in my school, I took German because if I was going to be in the middle of a foreign country during a nuclear war, I better learn to speak the language. Now, it turns out that I should have had Spanish. Yes, I should have took Spanish class, but because of the Cold War and the world I lived in is 18 years old, I went with Deutsch. Well, I headbutt all the time. Just saying. I mean, in the mosh pit, if you are in the mosh pit, headbutting is how you take care of your problems. You don't pull up your fist, you don't swing out, you just grab them and you go boom! And then you go on with your life. And then you also have a headache. But, usually in the mosh pit, you're pretty high to begin with, so you just worry about the headache the next day. Matter of fact, I am quite a good headbutter. Now, I didn't tell YouTube this, but when Jimbo Collins was showing up here last May, that is what I was going to do to him. I was going to grab him right by his lapel, and I was going to headbutt him just as hard as I possibly can. Because he has had neck surgery, and he has plates in his neck. And my plan was to hit him so fucking hard in the head that it would bend the metal plates and his head would be contorted in a position that would be unnatural. And then he would scream for the camera and run around. I'm not kidding, that was my plan. He was afraid of the gun, but yes, knowing he had those metal holding his little fake neck together, yes, I was planning on headbutting him hard enough to bend that metal supporting his neck so he gets his head all contorted like, and Ernie Shell for 500 people that he had in chat that day could have saw it. That was my plan. Fortunately for Jimbo, he was smart enough to run off. But that is what I had in store for Jimbo Collins when he showed up here. Well, I would have cut his head off, but I definitely wouldn't give him. Because, see, Jimbo Collins is a YouTuber and a former professional wrestler. Country boy Jimbo Collins. I think you'll have to talk to him about, doing the shit, just saying. Hay. This farm grows hay and food for me. Yep. And every year it grows less hay and more food for me. And I also take that gun over there and I go out and kill shit. Yes. And then I devour its flesh. Also, yes. I guess Ronnie had to go. Well, actually, we're just tonight. This is my second live, so we're just bullshitting. There is no real topic here. Mostly, the people that come in and be assholes, I'm making sport of them. Yes, I am converting my drama channel into a streaming channel. Because this is what YouTube wants. So we're going to give the people what they want. Because I am sick of the drama content anyway. You wouldn't believe the shit that I have dealt with on YouTube the last 7 years. You would not believe how petty old women can be. Seriously. My subscriber base used to be 85% female and about 80% over 40 years old. And the amount of hate that these women can generate is almost infinite. Now, it's not all women, it's the women in the drama community. Women are a wonderful thing, but these women in the drama community get together and they feed off each other's evil. And then it comes off like a life of its own. Now, Classic is a mod of Truthfully Tricious. And Classic in chat can tell you supposedly I'm having an affair or I'm having a thing with Truthfully Trisha. Now, Truthfully Trisha and I have never communicated outside of YouTube. When Truthfully Trisha didn't go live for a weekend, she was supposedly coming to my house. Now, Trisha is supposed to visit me sometime in the future, undetermined. Just nebulous, sometime in the future. I mean, that's as far as it is, and we're just friends. So, I have to laugh about it all. Now, tomorrow, Trisha wants me to guest on her program. And that's what I got to do after I get off of here. I've got to dig up costuming because I play characters on YouTube. And one of the characters that I play, that, you remember those women that do the hate thing? This is Verily Veronica. And Verily Veronica is a character that I play on YouTube. So tomorrow, I must shave, clean myself up really good, and become extraordinarily pretty. And then once I am extraordinarily pretty, Truthfully Trisha and I, on the Truthfully Trisha channel, we will have a live. And I have been also already writing a few jokes for Verily Veronica because it's a character, it's not me. But of course, all of these psycho people on YouTube, they make all sorts of shit up. Now, shit. Knocked it off. That ain't good. But I have many other characters. Now, this is my mask for Alfarius. And no one likes Alfarius. And I don't care that no one likes Alfarius. In fact, I am going to do an Alfarius live that is going to be annoying. This is another reason why I do not monetize my YouTube. Because this is way I can do what I want when I feel like. Now, for the people that have a strong backbone and understand that I will be trolling that live, it will be hilarious. But for the people that come in, it will be hell on them. For I am Alfarius Kane, Horseman of the Apocalypse, and I will come to chat just to fuck with them. And that is my plan for a future upcoming live where I am going to be Alfarius Kane the entire live, and I am going to do nothing but troll chat. That's going to be the entire live. See, now and then for comedy, you have to throw something at the wall and see if you get a bullseye. Comedy can either come off really good or really bad. And I mean, this one has a really high chance of coming off badly. Yes, that the live that I'm planning has a really, really good chance of tanking. But it also has the possibility of being some of the funniest shit that you have ever seen. That is the comedic risk. And I am willing to take this risk. But yes, now, Truthfully Trisha also does characters on YouTube. So, tomorrow night on the Truthfully Trisha channel, I am going to be overly pretty. The thing is it's going to take me far longer to be the character than the live's going to be. The live's probably going to be 2 to 3 hours. Maybe 4 at the tops. But it's going to take me a lot longer to get into character, with all the shaving, the makeup, the doing the hair, the outfits, all the shit's stored up in boxes in the closet. And after this live, I got to go. Matter of fact, this is one of the reasons for this live. I am dreading going in that closet to find all of those boxes and dig through them to find all of the makeup I need for the character. And then I have to find an outfit, wash the outfit, dry the outfit, try on the outfit. So, like I say, for a 2 to 4 hour live, I'm going to do about 6 to 8 hours work. Now, everyone will think it's fun, but this is Truthfully Trisha. Yes, this is Truthfully Trisha. And she does her own characters. And she asked me to do Veronica tomorrow on her program. So that is where I'm going to be. Well, we don't talk politics in this channel. Now, I have a channel called Roger Brown the Walking Dude. And on that channel, I deal with real world stuff. And if you're scrolling through lives, if I'm live on that channel, you may see me. Now, that channel does not have 1,000 subscribers, so it's not going to get the larger flow that this channel is going to. Just saying. But at some point, my political real world channel will have enough subscribers, and then YouTube will flow people here. This is my only channel with over 1,000 subscribers. I think the Roger Brown Walking Dude channel has got about 740, 750, somewhere in there. I've been a YouTuber long enough to where, don't really pay much attention to it. I just kind of look at channel growth over time. And the funny thing is nobody really cares about it. People that come in and spam political shits, I joke at them. I laugh at them. I mean, I get, usually on a late night live, I've been getting about 5,000 to 6,000 views. If I do a political live, 250 tops. Because people just don't care. Once again, I can talk drama. I can talk bullshit. I can just show you my cats and get 4,000 to 6,000 views. But if I turn this completely to a political topic, it's going to get crickets. And this is what I laugh because I have this real world comparison. And when people come in and try to be politicals in channel, I just laugh because nobody cares. I grew up during the 20th century. That's one of the big things that I learned. You may care, but the rest of the world doesn't. Now, Hunted Coyotes. Yes. Yes, I do think Veronica will be on OnlyFans. Now, see, the reason is because Trisha is going to visit here. And we already planned on doing a Verily Veronica live together when she is here. This is a done deal. So while she is here, there will be OnlyFans content to troll certain members of the YouTube community. Now, once again, Hunted Coyotes, you know most of the drama. So yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, you can put that on your calendar. Yes, there will be Verily Veronica OnlyFans content. And it will be on Truthfully Trisha's OnlyFans, because while she is here, we are going to troll the living fuck out of her haters. And she can make a couple dollars too. Now, what the content is going to be on this OnlyFans, I have no idea. But will Verily Veronica be on an OnlyFans? And on Trisha's? Yes. Yes, she will. I can chisel that one in stone for you. Actually, it's real easy. She's about an 8.5 hour drive. Yep. I'm northwest for her, actually. Just saying. Just a moment, everyone. But we'll see. Because, Trisha on her channel, people are complaining about her because they want to be bitches. But, Trisha just got a car. So she's got car maintenance, gas to deal with, and car insurance. So she's doing a little extra YouTube. She's putting on a sports bra. She's showing off the 44 Ds. And right now, the way I've been living, if I could have 40 double Ds and put on a sports bra and get a few $100 extra a month, I mean, fucking A. Yes, I do smoke out of a bong. I just try not to smoke on YouTube at all. Now, in fact, with one of her haters, I have Truthfully Trisha's Social Blade right here. Now, as disability, she can only make $2,000 a month. Now, Social Blade's numbers are false. Now, I am, being a professional YouTuber, I am probably the best estimator on this platform of the income off of this shit. Because I have talked to large YouTubers, made the estimations, and got numbers and input back for them. And the YouTuber will make about 40% of what you see their Social Blade is. And it says right here, estimated monthly earnings $185 to $3,000. Now, this will be a good month for her, and she'll get about 40% of that. So, she'll get about $1,200. Usually she only gets about $200 to $300. But this month she'll get 12 or 13. And that's well within her limits on disabled. But because of the old hags looking at these numbers, they're going around trying to have everyone report her disability, trying to say she's making over $3,000, and they know. I mean, it's been debunked and showed over and over again. They know it's a lie of what they're saying, but they will say anything to try to incite people to flag her, to harm her in any way. And this is why I used to have a live and let live policy on YouTube, but I have a new policy in the last year and a half. Anybody that wants to get involved in my life, I'll fuck them up. Just saying. And I mean that. Because if they go to this point of trying to harm you in real life, then I would feel the need to reciprocate. I mean, if they go real life with me, I go real life with them. The YouTuber that docks my address that gets spammed in here, my ex-girlfriend gave her. Anybody that shows up here, I will go to that YouTuber's house and I will kick her front fucking door open. And I have sworn to do this. Now, under my religion, I just have to keep my oaths. Yep, and I have gave that as an oath. The first person that shows up here to harm me, the people that doxed me, I will go to their house and I will kick open their front door and tell them, well, hello, everyone! Just like I do on a drama video. And I shit them not. Actually, this isn't a headband. In fact, this is older than probably a lot of you. Yes. Now, this comes from the 20th century. 20th. You see, it's a skull cap with skulls on it. Now, you see, once again, you damn millennials do not get the irony of a skull cap with skulls on it. I mean, you don't get much more metal than that. Now, once again, you people don't even understand what being metal means. Just saying. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to do that as a live. Because looking at my age demographic, fortunately, it's not older women now. It's pretty even. I mean, really, you're getting kicked by a kitty. As a channel demographic goes, I'm starting to get some really good channel demographics. I am really happy about that. So, once again, where I'm going to be animated a lot of times, I have to drop character for a little bit and be serious. I don't know what huffing gas tastes like. Just saying. Now, my neighbor does. I can ask him. And just a second. I had to block somebody that's babbing my shit with perverted shit. I don't know why millennials also think that anything will disturb me. I mean, I saw shit from the 1960s. Just saying. I mean, when one day, me and my friends, I was a young man, a young strapping man, and me and my friends went into an apartment building. And in the far end of the apartment building is a naked, bleeding woman crying, going, "Doggy bit me, doggy bit me, doggy bit me." Yep. Now, it turns out the reason why the doggy bit her is because she was trying to get the dog to hump her. Yes. And instead of doggy humping her, the dog ate her fucking up. And after that day, I mean, there's really not much that anyone could say in chat that's going to startle me in the least. Yep. Now, the thing that's going to upset you, she was really attractive. I mean, you would think the woman that was trying to copulate with the dog, well, would be a dog. But no, she was a hot, attractive blonde. So, once again, the next time you have a hot, attractive blonde, that's too good to be true, you may want to ask her what her position on puppies are. Just saying. I didn't say I fought a war. I said I grew up during Vietnam. You evidently do not fucking hear well, you stupid son of a bitch. Do you? I did fight 2 gang wars, and I got the scars to prove it. I have several slashes from knives. Got a big scar that goes from here to here. In fact, if he had been about a 1/4 inch deeper, he would have won that day. But he didn't. So there you go. Now, I do tell anyone that if they think they're a man, they can come down my lane at any time and get humbled. Because I am a fucking people up machine when I have to be. Well, hell yeah, this is a hair commercial. See the bouts? Well, actually, you want to talk about things to be proud of? You've not been here. I mean, you're one of Paula's little crowd. I mean, I've talked about the last time I, committed horrible felonious assault. I already lived down here at the time. I think it was the year 2000. Yes, because thinking about it, my dad wasn't dead yet. He died in 2001. So yes, I think it was the year 2000. Should be 23 years ago. I went up to the clubhouse to get a large amount of weed because back then I didn't have seizures. And I went to Cincinnati about twice a week. So I went up to Cincinnati to get a massive amount of marijuana. And we'll see, my buddies, from the clubhouse, you could see the city skyline and the stadium. Now, all my friends, they had season passes to both the Bengals and the Reds. Well, they were at the ball game because it was baseball season. And I was just waiting for him to get back so I could get my massive amount of marijuana. And there's somebody new at the clubhouse, and because I live down here, he did not know who I am and that I was an important person. And have you heard of a narcissistic psychopath? You know, they talk about these things on YouTube. Well, this person was one of them. And he came up talking about how important he was and that I needed to listen to him. And I didn't say a word. And I sat for about 45 minutes and listened to him go on. Now, it was funny, him being a narcissist, he would stop and he'd wait for a reaction to try to manipulate me. But the fun thing you can do if you know you're dealing with a narcissistic psychopath, don't say a word. Just neutral face. Give them nothing to respond to. Yep. And then after about 45 minutes of listening to him, I decided this guy's going to get us all put in jail. Now, we are on a river on a slope. There's a big giant deck on top of a big giant building, 4 stories up. And we are carrying this conversation up 40 feet in the air. So I grab him, I swing him around, and I zing him right off that deck. Now, there was a strip of woods, and then there was concrete. Now, I was aiming for the concrete, but, you know, like your eyes are bigger than your stomach. I threw him very far, but the concrete was very unreasonable as a goal. Now, I got him on the concrete by about that far, and that was really a thing, and then the ambulance had to come and drag him off. Now, he did live. Now, once again, when I threw him off that deck, his safety was my last concern. Well, thank you. I would never have known how many teeth. Well, actually, 2/3 of my teeth are missing, if you want to know. It got you blocked from my mod, but yes, if you want to know, I have 1/3 of my teeth. And I've got all my knuckles. Just saying. Actually, Katie, I am friends with many YouTubers, and some of them are trans YouTubers, and you will see some of them pop up now and again in chat. So there. But offhand, I just don't go around, quote, supporting anyone. You know why? Because no one supports me. Nope. But like I said, you know, I don't take money for YouTube because none of my opinions are influenced in any way by the almighty dollar. Sorry, Catherine, you gotta draw the line somewhere. Now, a furry can be a furry wherever they want, but as far as I'm concerned, a furry should be able to be hunted. I mean, if you're identifying as Bambi, I should be able to hunt you. This is my thing with furries. I mean, if you're a furry and you pick something that's hunted, you should be able to be hunted. This is my position on furries. Now, once again, if you pick something that's not hunted, then the furry should not be hunted. But if you pick any kind of animal that we put on our plate, the furry should be fair game. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? If you identify as a bunny, you should have to deal with the same dangers that a bunny does. If you think that you're Bambi, then you should have to deal with what Bambi does. So, you know, my advice is if you're a furry, be something people don't eat, like a possum. No one wants to eat a possum. That would make a great furry. I mean, they'd even have their own little pouch. I mean, it'd be like being able to carry your own shit around. You know, being a furry and being a marsupial in my world would be pretty safe. Well, thank you, Catherine. Like I say, I'm going to streaming and introducing myself. I'm going to be unfortunately covering a lot of the same territory, but with the new streaming until a new community's formed, it's understandable. Now, I won't be doing all of my lives this way, but I did want to do most of mine this way right now because, as I said, I am leaving toxicity behind. I mean, people think that they're being toxic when they say mean things to me here. They have no idea. When I came to be a YouTuber, I thought men were more toxic than women. I mean, I would have fought to the death over that. But after being a YouTuber for 7 years, it's like, no, women are more toxic than men. I hate to say it. I mean, I was wrong most of my life, but I was not exposed to enough of a cross section. I was exposed to decent females for the most part. So I did not understand on how evil women could be. But now I know. Well, J-Mac, well, yeah, I'm going to be on late a lot. That's going to be my normal time because in the winter on the farm, I only have like 8 hours of light. So I have to be up before light during the winter because I only have 8 hours of light. As the days get longer, my nights get longer. And when we get these 13-hour days, we only get only 12-hour days, I'll sleep in the morning and then be up until dawn. Well, yeah, classic. But see, where I just do mine around, I basically do mine around the farm life. Because in the summer, it's cool in the morning. So in the summer, I will sleep in the morning because it's the best time to sleep. And then when it gets winter, I'll go to bed at 8 o'clock and I'll get up at 4 a.m. So that's what I do then. But yeah, as the days get longer, my hours get later and late night lives come back. Now, tomorrow night, I got a special event that I'm going to happen. So I'm going to sleep in the morning this morning. The store opens at 8 o'clock. I'm going to have my ass walk to the store at 8 o'clock and be back here. And then I have to have an outfit together to play Verily Veronica tomorrow night on the Truthfully Tricia program. And then I have to shave my face real good and do hair, makeup, and turn myself all pretty. Yes, and then tomorrow night, I will look something like that, depending on my makeup. And if you wondered, that is Verily Veronica. And I play Verily Veronica. And that is not a filtered picture. Well, classic, see, a fun fact. Remember my birth issues? The first 6 months of my life, I was looking into a light. Yep. For my first 6 months of life in that incubator, they had me staring straight into a light. You're being knocked over by Kitty. We may fall over because my cat prop moved. But yes, I basically have no biological clock. My rhythm, it just does whatever it wants. Oh yes, tomorrow I will shave myself real well and then I will play the pretty Verily Veronica on Truthfully Tricia's channel with, I think she has 56,000 subscribers. So tomorrow night, I will be guest hosting on a 56,000 subscriber, and I will be the lovely character Verily Veronica. Because Tricia asked me to. I don't watch TV. And this is the lovely, truthfully Trisha. So, I mean, could you tell her no? Would you tell her no? So, of course, I could tell her no. So, tomorrow I dress up as Verily Veronica. Well, we must have someone that just came in. This is Verily Veronica. Hit my gallery. Toot, 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 toot. And that's the character I play on YouTube. See if you can see it on the... Notice the tattoo on the arm. We're getting kitty attacked. This is Scarlet. I call her Scarlet Witch because she casts spells. We'll cast a spell on the crowd. There you go. Cast your spells. I have to hold her like this because you see her thing with what she does with the claws. She will put them in you. You casting spells. You spellcaster. You okay, little Scarlet? She's a Manx. She has no tail. My kitty has no tail. Do you, honey? You got no tail. You's a tailless little two. Okay? You talk crowd? You give him looks? She saw me and worried. There you go. Well, chronically, there's plenty of kitties here. In fact, you will find that most of my shorts are adorable kitty shorts. The kitties are kind of like a character on my channel. Scarlet is about 10 months old. Now, the people that slander me on YouTube say, his cats are inbred. I've got about 14 cats. Only one of them is inbred, and that's this one. It's 10 months old, and her mommy got knocked up by her uncle. And I got the rest of that litter home. And she's a little bit destructive, so I have to keep her. And that's kind of why I have to hold her special ways, because she don't understand she's hurting you. She doesn't mean to, but she's dumb. On your honey. She's my only inbred kitty. Aren't you, sweetie? Now, can I get back to chat? But yeah, so she's so free with her claws. Ow! Like I say, I have to be really careful with her. She doesn't mean to hurt me, but she will. Ow, honey. But yeah, this is why I have to. That's why when you see her on YouTube, you usually see me holding her like this, because she doesn't understand she's hurting people. But that's why I couldn't get her a home, because once again, she's a little bit destructive. She's too free with the claws, but she does not understand what she's doing. That's the little bit of the inbred in her, and that's why I say she's my special little something. And I have to take extra care for her, and she's why you'll see me looking off to the side now and again, because I'm making sure that she's not doing something that an idiot would do. Just put it that way. But yeah, she fights with the boys, and you know the big boys. She'll roughhouse with them. Oh, we got kitties down here. Matter of fact, I could not get up from this chair if I wanted to because sitting next to me, there's a puddle of cats. Anywhere where I try to step off right now, I would be stepping right onto a kitty. I would have to move a cat before I could even stand up from here. And they're all standing together on a little pile. Now, usually they're sitting where you guys are sitting, but I guess because, you know, my loud fucking voice right here, you know, they don't want no part of that. They're like, it's much nicer down here on the floor. Plus, it's cooler on the floor. I do have the heater on a little bit. But yeah, my plan is in 5 hours, I will be at the store. Yep, in about 4.5 hours, the store will open and I will be there with bells on. And then I'm going to come back here. And then I'm going to lay out my outfit for the costume tomorrow. And lay everything out over here. Then I'm going to sleep tomorrow during the day sometime. And then when I wake up, I'll boil some hot water. I'll clean myself off real well and shave off this beard. And then start putting on makeup. And then tomorrow, I will be Verily Veronica for a night on Truthfully Trish's program. And then after that, I will get to wash the makeup off and pass out. And it will be a wonderful thing. Actually, Jessica, this is a get to know me live. I already had a live earlier today where as a YouTuber, I talked about my 3 disastrous relationships on YouTube. And this is sort of a bonus live because of the schedule I'm having to keep tonight and for tomorrow. I'm having to sleep during the day tomorrow because I have a guest appearance on a larger channel where I'm going to be playing a character named Verily Veronica. You know, unfortunately, everyone, with the people cycling in, I do apologize that I have to circle back so much, but, you know, it's a part of community building, so my apologies. Now, if there are things tonight that people do want to talk about, you know, tonight I will entertain outside subjects that I normally don't entertain because this is more just a get to know us chat. And I've been doing a lot of these lately, and I'm working in topical lives. Like the live I did earlier today, I had promised it for a few lives, so I did it. And it's posted. And then this is, like I say, is just kind of a bonus one because today I was asked to play Verily Veronica tomorrow. And when I play that character, I like to be bright and bubbly because that's a part of the character. It's a fun party girl. And once again, if you got up at 5 in the morning, you know, by the time evening rolls around, you don't feel like a fun party girl. So, like I said, I'll sleep a good part of tomorrow, get up, put my costume on, and do my live. And who knows, if I'm up well enough and not tired, I may even do a Verily Veronica live here tomorrow. It depends on how I feel and do I feel like touching up my makeup or just getting it off. And some of that will decide depending on how uncomfortable my outfit is. Ricky, my day sucked. I usually eat early in the day, one meal. So I made my meal about 11:30. I had a seizure. I have seizures. Well, while I was carrying my meal, I had one of those seizures, rare ones that just come on all of a sudden. And my food ended up all over the floor. Fortunately, I didn't get burned. And then I cleaned up the big giant mess. And then I went in here and I passed out until almost dark. Yep. And then when I was talking to Truthfully Trisha on her live, she asked me to guest host with her tomorrow as my Verily Veronica character. So I'm staying up all night, sleeping during the day, and I'm dressing up as Verily Veronica tomorrow to be a YouTuber. And it will be her big Saturday night program, and I expect 10 or 15,000 will get to watch it, and it will be a good time for everyone. Unfortunately, tomorrow I will have to blow off everything but taking care of the cats and get my costume together. Because whatever I wear, I'm going to have to wash too. Yeah, I see a lot of people is getting banned. Now, about the political stuff. Now, once again, the political stuff will get you banned, and some of it did get a couple of you blocked. But once again, I mentioned this earlier. I am pro fight it out. Stop whining and just fight it out. You know, this is what I have to tell Palestinians and Israelis. I don't care. Fight until you don't want to fight no more. No, oh, they did this, they did that. Just shut the fuck up. You wanted to fight, fight. Shut up and fight. That is what I have to tell all of them in the Middle East. Stop your whining and stop your fucking crying. Grow a fucking backbone. Be a man. Stop your fucking whining and fight it fucking out until you can live peacefully together, or just go to fucking hell. I don't care. I don't want to hear your whiny ass Palestine-Israel bullshit. Fuck you. That is exactly what I have to tell both Israel and Palestine. Suck it. Fight it out. Shut the fuck up. There you go. That is my Middle East policy. I am not a Christian. Nope. Middle East means absolutely zero to me. You know, you go in and butcher a bunch of people, then you want to cry when they get medieval on you? You fight it out. If I kick someone's door down and they come to my house and blast the fucking neighborhood, you kind of brought that on yourself. Now, the fact that there's Americans involved, I would have simply said, you have 72 hours to return everyone with an American passport. And that is what I would have said. And if they had not, I would have brought in the B-52s. Now, once again, Palestinians keep crying, carpet bombing. They don't know what carpet bombing is. No. They get surgical strikes in Palestine. What I would do would be actual carpet bombing, because only the United States has a fleet of strategic bombers. And this is what they didn't give back everyone with an American passport in 72 hours, exactly what I would do as president. Because I would brighten up those strategic bombers, because it's only a 5x2 mile. And I would level it down to look like fucking Dresden. Yep. Because you see, I'm not a Christian and I do not play around. I fought 3 gang wars. And you know how they were deterred? By being just as inhumanly brutal as possible. Now, I am a nice, reasonable guy. But if you put me in a gangland setting, I will severely mess my opponent up. And I won't whine about it. I won't cry about it. I'll just do it. I won't try to justify myself. You know, once bring it on has been said, you know, we used to have a saying, you pay your money and you take your chances. Palestinians were given hundreds of millions of dollars they could have built factories with. They built rockets to shoot at their neighbors with. You see, we used to have gangs in neighborhood. You know, they used to kill each other. Oh, well, I don't have a bandana. You know, where I lived, you could die for the color of your bandana. Where and when I grew up. Then once again, with your color bandana, you just couldn't go into someone else's territory and do anything without expecting retaliation. I mean, that is just how it is. And this is why I laugh at the news when they go, oh, they did this, they did that, blah, 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 blah. And the funniest thing in the universe is never believe a Palestinian. Now, I say this because watching CNN when I was a young man, they had a Palestinian funeral. The Israelis kill him, the Israelis kill him. And they're carrying the coffin through the streets going, ah, la, 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 and they drop the coffin. And the body comes out. And the body gets up and runs fucking off. And that is the day that I stopped believing one fucking word a Palestinian has to say. Because I was watching it live on CNN, the funeral through the streets, and they drop the coffin, it busts open, and I'm like, oh, fuck, there's the body, and you see it roll out, and then the body gets up, and I'm like, huh? And then it runs off, and then at that point, I got mad. And from that fucking moment, when they go, oh, it's so just children, I'm like, no. If there were ex-children dead, you would show us the bodies. And that's when I learned you do not believe one fucking word that comes out of a Palestinian's mouth. And my view is they can just kill each other. I do not give a fuck. And then after they jumped up and down and cheered at 9/11, you know what I realized at that point? I consider them poor people up to that point, despite their lies. But at the point they cheered at 9/11, you know what I said? You will never have a country. And that's been my position of it since. The day that they all cheered at 9/11, I don't care what happens to them. Because they showed me in their heart of hearts, they're my enemy. And I am not a Christian. My God is more than happy for me to smite those that would make themselves my enemy. And to smile as I do it. Actually, Mary Jane, I am just about to go off topic. No, I was basically giving a realistic rant on the Middle East. We had a bunch of spammers, and they go from chat to chat trying to start Middle East bullshit. And as I said, I don't really care. They can kill each other. Don't matter a damn bit to me. It will not change the flavor of my Mountain Dew. But no, we're just kind of getting to know, and I can be an obnoxious ass. It's good to meet you, Mary Jo. I also can be a polite ass. But I can also be an interesting one. Actually, I'm about to cough out of my lungs myself. Where I said earlier I have seizures, I'm feeling a little off. You know, I may have a seizure where I said I'm going to the store. I might not be going to the store. I may just be having a seizure later and passing out because starting to feel a little off. But lately I've been having about one a day. Now, usually I don't have one a day. Usually it's maybe one a week, one every few days, every other, but lately it's been about one a day. You know, it's one of the sad things in my life. You know, we don't always get control over everything. Now, it used to upset me when I have a seizure. And then I was really, really delirious from a seizure one day, and I thought, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. And that's how I've looked at it then. You know, when I have a seizure, it is Caesar's time. It's not my time, it's Caesar's time. And we give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. But I feel most of them coming on. and I'm feeling just a little bit off. Well, Mary Jane, they're not going to be nice. Now, once again, I am here for people like you. Once again, you get a nice person like you in chat, you see I drop bullshitting about crap and I focus on decent people because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the minority, which is the decent people in chat. But, that's why I still do YouTube, is because of the minority decent people. Now, once again, a lot of them are just bored teenagers and young adults with nothing to do on a Saturday night. And you know what? I'm kind of the same way. It's just, I can do it on this end. And that's some of the things that I do at this hour. I'm here to troll them. That is the big content right now, is they will say something stupid and then I will troll the hell out of it. Now, I will give you honest opinions while I'm trolling the hell out of it, but I still will be trolling the hell out of it when they say something dumb. Now, unfortunately, I've been to enough extensive therapy. Unfortunately, I'm perfectly safe. Sorry, everyone. Where I say I have seizures, I've had to lean back a little bit. Now, you see, because of my seizures, I took the back out of this chair. You see where I'm leaning at an angle now? I took the back out of this chair, and I've got a wooden plank to where when I'm starting to feel a little bit off, I can, and I got 2 rails right here, so if I have a seizure, I'm not going to knock my brains out. Now, I've yet to have a seizure on YouTube, but it's bound to happen one day. And it could be today. I'm feeling a little off. I may have to stop here in a little bit because, like I say, I'm feeling a seizure coming on. And sometime within about the next 8 hours, I will have a seizure. And it's kind of annoying because I'm starting to feel a little loopy in the head. But after I have the seizure, it goes away. So sometimes when it's been carrying on, you're just wishing it would have the seizure just so that feeling would go away. Hello, Tasha. Well, this is just my lighting in here. Now, it used to be I had the lighting along the wall. Now, this only draws 40 watts. This is worth a 40-watt bulb. Now, I have the overhead light on because we're doing YouTube. Excuse me. When this live stream ends, I turn off the big light. No, I can't make myself have a seizure. There are days, if I could make myself have a seizure, I would have, just to get it over with. Because there's sometimes I can be just hardly able to walk. Where someone earlier said, "You look like Captain Jack Sparrow." And I said, I can do a Captain Jack Sparrow. And one of the reasons why I said that but didn't get to elaborate is some of these times before I'm having a seizure, I'm doing the Jack Sparrow walk. It's just I'm not acting, and you're reaching out to grab for something to hold on to it. But yeah, like I say, if I could have a seizure, there are some times that I would have made myself have a seizure just to get it over with. Because, yeah, if not, sometimes for 2 or 3 hours, I can be doing the Captain Jack walk. Just as good as he does it. The whole world to me is kind of doing this. No, I don't drink. Well, J-Mac, maybe. Once again, I don't have it down to a science. Now, one thing I love is my haters. He doesn't have seizures. Now, in my medical record, I spent 3 days in the hospital with that little cap on your head, and they actually analyzed me having a seizure. And I was on video the entire 3 days in the hospital. I mean, on my medical record, there's like even video of me having a seizure is a part of my disability. Now, I didn't get the disability for seizures. I got them for complex post-traumatic stress disorder. But, applying for my disability, that was thrown into it. And like I say, and it's in my official medical record. And there's also another lady that lives near me that saw me have a seizure that had to basically sign, you basically had to have a witness statement, as a part of. But I mean, these old women will just make up anything on YouTube just to try to create hate. As I've said before, if I've done something questionable, I fess to it. I even told you about me throwing the guy off the deck. And he lived. Well, Tasha, we don't get to talk about it, but mine's from birth. And I don't know what it's like not to have PTSD. No idea. It's just made me feral. That's why if someone's an asshole to me in person, at that point, they're in danger. Yes. When a person goes up to me in person and is rude to me in person, at that point, that person has put themselves in danger. And I am listed non-dangerous because I am not going to start it. I am only a danger to human beings if the other human being starts it. Other than that, I am in perfect control of myself. Now, once again, when the other human being starts it, I have a saying. I'm sorry about their luck. They should have chose their words more carefully. Well, hello, May. No, I don't love Jesus. I don't love God, and I'm not a Christian. I'm a vicious pagan. Just saying. No idea what it is. Well, thank you, Jakers. Now, this is a Halloween light. These are regular Christmas lights, but these round ones, they're a Halloween light. And I really like the Halloween lights. I only got this strand of them because, I didn't have much money, and they're only like $3 on clearance. And like I said, they were on clearance, normally $5, but I got these for $3. Now, if they have the Halloween lights next year, I'm going to get rid of these and just have the Halloween lights. Well, Judson, you're on, dude. You can lick my balls. Just saying. Once again, most comments are held for review if they've said something off. So, most of the chat doesn't get to see you be an asshole. I just get to block you and respond in a flippant way. Yep. And if you spam shit in my chat, you get hit too. My favorite food, Adrian, that's a hard. Now, once again, it used to be tacos. But since I've only got the dollar store to shop at, I have ate tacos so much. Right now, a good steak would be my favorite food. Yes. Yes, right now, I've been watching Truthfully Tricia make steak, and she would probably slap me. You're being knocked over by Kitty. Because she likes her steaks rare, and I like mine burnt to a cinder. Now, once again, it'll be easy for me to cook for her because, I just have to kind of look at the steak real hard and it'll be done to suit her. But, me, when I make my steak, I usually like it absolutely positively incinerated. Well, it's 3:38 a.m. here, and about 8 o'clock I need to be at the store. Now, Classic, I don't know if you know about it yet, but I'm going to be with Trisha tomorrow on her program as Barely Veronica. I'm going to sleep a good part of the day and then get my butt up and shave, clean up, and make myself pretty. And tomorrow evening, I will be on Trisha's program, and it should be a weird event. Well, she's probably trying to narrow down the mods. I don't know. Like I say, I've not been around as much. Now, she may have done it by mistake, too. I mean, you never know about Trish. Well, it'll be posted, I'm sure. I just thought you'd like to know. Now, I do have to say, in the last few days, a bunch of communities that hate on me on YouTube, a lot because of Trisha. I mean, it's been hilarious. My last live, I went over a lot of it, and it was fucking... Hello, Rise Above. But there's a lot of it, I mean, I didn't even get to. There was so much of it. Oh, Maxine Galloway. Now, I'm going back to some of the content. I didn't finish my last live. Maxine Galloway said about me, what does Roger actually mean a woman costs $20? I live in Appalachia in Kentucky. Women charge $20. That is the worth of a woman around here. I mean, it's just a fact. I mean, I state the fact, and then they try to vilify me for it. Because we have a thing in Kentucky called meth moms. And they're extremely attractive women that tend to do anything to get some money for drugs. And they charge about $20 because that gets them a quarter gram. And it makes their world happy. And then they can do their thing. And this is a common thing around here. I mean, I didn't state about it. I wasn't soliciting it. I just stated a fact that a woman around here, her body is worth $20. I mean, talk about deflation. I mean, last century, women would charge $100, and now they can get $20 tops. And think about the amount of inflation. I mean, deflation. I mean, you started $100, and $100 back then was worth like $250 now. And now it's down to $20. I mean, it's like discount. I mean, compared to what it could be, you could get like 5-to-1. And that's the world we live in. And that's all that I've mentioned on a live. Yet somehow, they try to vilify me for a sad reality. It's just the way Kentucky is. Like I said, I wasn't judging on it, but what I am judging is what the world has come to. And another one, channel, Dramatic Pause. Isn't it interesting how the TT streams jump in views after she logs off? Do you believe she's selling virtual views? 66% said yes. 3% said nope, the algorithm. And 31% of the entire survey said yes, and the buyer is Roger. So yes, well, once again, 31% of this entire community thinks I'm buying Truthfully Trisha views. I make on disability under $1,000 a month. I have $400 medical cost a month. So that means off of about $580, I run my entire household. And they actually believe. Now, Trisha makes about $2,000 on her disability, but she has rent to pay too, where I don't. This is Shomer. Hi, Shomer. But yeah, so once again, I mean, these women really believe that when it's the new way they calculate views. It's like after this live, I can go to my demographic and it will show me how many views totally that it had. And it will be over 1,000. But of course, when you see it, it will compile slowly over time. Because that's the way YouTube is doing it, is a part of this new system. And I think they're doing that not to overload their system. It was probably glitching on them, so they needed to do it kind of in real time. But once again, they make up anything for slander and hate. You know, there's so much of it. This is just slander and hate I didn't get to in my last program. I hate it when it does that. When it hides my own life from me. No, Davida. You know how it ended up on YouTube Shorts? I took the phone and I sat it this way. Yes, this is how you get your live on YouTube Shorts. You take your phone and you take it from this way and you turn it this way. Oh yeah, Cass. Yes, and that's all you do. It's like a magic spell. And then you are magically on YouTube Shorts. Yep. Ow. I just hit my funny bone. Now, you just got to see me reacting, hitting my funny bone. And as you can see, I'm quite muted compared to the way most people are when they hit their funny bone. And it wasn't funny, and it really, really hurt. Hello, Steve. But yes, you know, YouTube has a new way of calculating shorts and views and all that fun stuff. Now, because I did a live earlier tonight, I was interested to see how many people YouTube would flow to my channel tonight. And that's one of the side things, is I'm learning how the algorithm in YouTube is going to treat all of this. Because at times, it seems when she gets a high view that they don't send as many people the next time. And I usually get 4,000 to 6,000 views at this time of night. So we're going to see what the view count is like compared to my last. You know, my last live got 3,800. A little bit off of what I have been getting. Don't matter. But, you know, like I say, you know, I'm doing lives at different times as a comparison. Well, I'm happy you don't care about my problems. Now, Davida, my talent is explaining things why. Now, other people did not get to see this, but Davida, before they got blocked, wanted to know why YouTube was pushing these. Money. Duh. Now, once again, ad revenue. Because you see, YouTube can go to advertisers now and say, this channel pulls in X amount of views. This is how many people we have to advertise your product to. And that's why. Because they can raise the cost of ad revenue. And this is an election year. More money gets spent during the presidential electoral cycle that year than any other year for the next 3. This is the big year for ads on YouTube. So YouTube is doing this because they want every channel to get as large as possible. Because with every channel getting large as possible, they can claim a larger ad base. And with this, they can raise more ad revenue. And that is why they do this. The answer is money. Well, someone asked, why is YouTube doing this type of stream? And I told them why. And I'm here new community building is what I'm doing, and meeting new people. And I also do topics. And I did a topic earlier tonight where I talked about the 3 psycho witches that I met on YouTube and ended up dating. And after the 3 of them, I don't think I could ever date again. Just saying. And everyone's basically, now there's a lot of people that are already trying to move me and Truthfully Trisha in together. And I think that's hilarious considering that we don't even talk on the phone. I mean, I know her and her background, but we don't really even know each other. And people on YouTube are already saying that they should move in together. I've never lived with anyone. Nope. That's a Roger fact. I have always lived alone. Well, Stephen, we're not worried about spelling. With my seizures, that's sometimes how I know I'm starting to get my condition. I'll start typing in chat, and it'll get pretty fucking ugly with my typing. And that's when I know that, well, I better set the YouTube down and go over here and prepare to have a seizure at some point. But it's the weekend, and people want to be an ass. And once again, I'm more interested in filtering out the decent people that want to be here and subscribe and take a part in streams. Now, once again, I am educated and I do much content on many different channels, and everyone will find something that they like. I tell stories on one little channel. I have a wargaming channel on another one. And the wargaming channel only has 30 subscribers, and I probably put more work into it than I do anything else. So I have to laugh at it all. I'm still getting over the last breakup. And I do have to say that the last breakup actually hurt me. Now, the 2 psycho dominatrix ex-girlfriends, I didn't mourn those breakups 1 second. Nope. Both those women, it was thank fucking God they are gone. But I do have to say the last breakup actually really hurt bad. And I've had a horrible time getting over it. And I still love her, but there ain't no bothering with it. It's just time to move on. Yep, just time to move on. Now, it still sucks, but it is what it is. And the next girl that likes me that says she's a Catholic, I'm going to give her the cross. Yep. And I will tell her, get thee behind me, Satan. Because the last two have been Catholic. And wow, I do have to say, I've only went out with 3 Catholic girls. And everyone turned into a fucking disaster. Now, I know a good Catholic girl who's a YouTuber, and I'm going to go on her stream, and I'm going to talk about this. Oh, shit, you ever just got knocked over. Yes, I'm going to go on her stream, and I'm going to go, what in the fuck is it with these psycho-ass Catholic girls? Am I just running into the odd one, or are you all that crazy? Well, likely, I do say asshole a lot. I say fuck a bit. I do shit. Now, I try not to say damn on screen. I try not to do that one because I do understand it can be offensive. Now, once again, I can't promise I'm not going to say damn on stream, but I try not to say that one. But if I want to say fuck, fuckity, fuck, I will fucking say it. Well, Rise Above, she is borderline. Grace also has no social skills. And a part of Roger going away is to teach her social skills. And she screwed up at this point where, as a human being, because Rise Above, I've known him for years, so I'm dropping everything and talking about something important for a minute. So I'm kind of feeling the need to interject myself for her own good. Because I'm beginning to think she needs an adult. And as you know, her father is not that adult. So therefore, where I'm sitting, it's like, oh man, I'm going to have to go over there and help her. And get her to stop drawing penises on herself. Just saying. Because, Steve, goodbye. Now one of the things I do like on my channel is a large blocked list. Thank you, Steve Irwin, for helping to add to my blocked list. Because once again, I will go with a certain level of fun, but you're not going to sit in my chat and fucking badger me. Anyone that thinks they're going to sit in my chat and badger me is going to be quickly hidden because, as I said, I make zero off of YouTube. Even though I could easily monetize this channel, I would just have to apply for it. Hello, Karan. Hello, Ellie. Well, yeah, Hunted Coyotes. That's what I'm going to have to go back there and do. And I am a procrastinator. Remember when I say, I will admit my sins. I am a procrastinator because once I get involved in this, there is no getting out. Once I go into this, I've committed myself entirely to the cause, and there ain't no backing out. So, once again, I know that, and that has made me procrastinate a little bit about doing this. But, after seeing her write on herself obscene things on multiple lives, yeah, I think now she calls me King Roger, and it's time for the return of the king. Now, once again, we're being real here, but, once again, being theatrical, I am going to do Return of the King. Because, as many other people do say, that I am a legend on YouTube. And I wish it was in my own mind, just saying. But yeah, I'm going to have to go over to Grace's and you'll see me pop up on her panel. When she puts out a link, you'll see me popping up on her panel. And I am going to make everything all better. Now, I wouldn't doubt if Grace doesn't come out here and visit me at some point. Now, it would be a trip if, truthfully, Trisha and Grace was to end up here at the same time. But since Grace's father went to jail, I do not think that will be happening. Now, he's out of jail, but I don't think he's going to be able to leave Rhode Island now. Well, Hunted Coyotes, they are trying to take advantage of her. And that's why they hated me. You know, I was never trying to take advantage of Grace. You know, at that time, I was with the girlfriend that I am currently heart fucking broken over. Now, that's kind of the fun thing is I don't have a girlfriend now, and because I like to troll the internet, this does open up a lot of trolling. Yes, because once again, Grace also likes to troll the internet, so, you know, once again, I will probably ask Grace to have my baby. Now, I know it's trolling. You know it's trolling. Grace, too, will understand it is trolling. So she will probably say yes. And as you know, that will then create the nuclear explosion of the simps. Because once again, since I have no girlfriend now, I can say things that I never would in trolling with Grace. So yes, once again, to make her smile, I will ask her to have my baby. And once again, you will instantly know it's trolling. I know it's trolling. She will instantly know it's trolling, but it will make her laugh. And she will probably say yes, and then you will see all of the simps in the entire chat explode, and it will go like a computer running code. And, of course, it will be one of the funniest things, all the re. So, once again, the people that's chatting currently in chatter, some longtime subscribers here, so, you know, you understand how it is. So, you know, it's sometimes here it's the best in trolling content. And occasionally I'll set up a lives and show some of my trolling. You know, I was thinking about, you know, the things that I do on YouTube and outside with, you know, my long-term YouTube friends, we do enjoy trolling people. I mean, I have been involved in some intricate trolling plots on this platform. And if you subscribe, you'll get to see some of them. Because if you were at my last live, I talked about my dominatrix ex-girlfriend. Well, what I didn't say in my last live, she hated Rich Life of Road Trips. And I covered Rich Life of Road Trips. So she got into my life. Now, she also got into Rich Life of Road Trips life. And for a long time, I was getting to listen to their conversations. And listening to him try to hit on my girlfriend. Now, he made my girlfriend mad. She had talked to him through Twitter. But she had her real name at the time on her account. And he went and paid and got her real phone number from a site. And then called her up out of the blue on the phone. She was fucking ballistic. Okay, she's also, besides being a dominatrix, she is bipolar. And at that moment, she wanted to destroy Rich Life of Road Trips. Apparently, when he called her, unexpectedly, it gave her a scare. And after a couple minutes, the evil part of her went out, and she wanted to destroy him. So once again, I was a drama channel covering Rich Life of Road Trips, and I was recording all of their phone calls. Well, edge for me, dude. Well, actually, Kurosaka, I am Roger Brown. I am the most famous Roger Brown in the world. And that's about it. Yep. In fact, Google suppresses me. Help, help, I'm being suppressed. They do. They've blotted it out where you cannot find me on Google because it offends the status quo. Now, if you punch in Roger Brown on YouTube, I will come out on top every time. But if you punch in that on Google, you will never find me. They have suppressed me so hard because there's a college professor named Roger Brown, and there's also a former black basketball player, and no one cares about either of these people. They're long gone in history. Now, in the living world, I am currently the most famous Roger Brown. Now, there is a lot of Roger Browns because Brown is the fourth most common name in the United States of America. So that's kind of what it is. You know, I may not have universal fame, but I am the most famous Roger Brown. Okay, dog, I don't care if anybody's in anything. Now, truthfully, Trish's channel, they say, it's a kid, it's a kid. I mean, when I was 16, I was a dad. I turned 16, my daughter was born a month and 16 days. You know, a month and 16 days after my 16th birthday, my daughter was born. The mother was older, and she ended up running off with my daughter with my best friend, who was above 18 at the time. I mean, where I grew up, kids used to kill people. I mean, I don't care. I just won't talk about adult bits, put it that way. Well, yes, Emmanuel, like I say, that's kind of my claim to fame. Other than that, the other thing that I do is I figure shit out. I'm a genius fucking IQ. Many times, large YouTubers will not be able to figure out something. And then it will filter down through the grapevine to me, and I will figure out their mystery for them behind the scenes. And there are many large YouTubers that I am kind of buds with, but we don't go around here and name drop over much. You know, publicly it's known that I am fairly good buddies with Omegon, because Omegon likes it when I say foul words. Omegon likes it when I dig into a human being and say the most English thing that you could possibly ever imagine someone from England saying to another human being. In other words, I am an ass. A pompous ass. And I enjoy it. And I drink the Mountain Dew. It was on for 3 for $5 special at Dollar General. Actually, I can sing happy birthday for you. Yes, I can. Now, did you ask me to sing happy birthday for you? No, you did not. But yes, I can sing happy birthday for you. Now, you see, this is the purpose of this live. When someone says stupid things, I get to troll them. Just unhide them. I mean, if you... there it goes, I fixed it. But yes, you can undo it, Ronnie. You just got to hit it again. You can undo it. But yes, I can. I can do it. I can even sing it well. Yep. Because that is one of my talents. Now, art, oh my God, I am hopeless in art. I mean, I can't even draw a stick man without screwing it up. But sing, I can sing well. Yes, I can try. Let me clear my throat. Clear my head. Clear my nasal sinuses. My cat knows I'm getting ready to sing. She likes it when I sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Iranian sleigh. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Like I say, I can keep a tune. Now, I can't draw. Oh my God, I can't draw. Now, truthfully, Trisha does art, and that's one reason why I put my hands in my head, because I've been watching her art streams, and I have no artistic talent. You're welcome. Let's see, I don't get to show off much singing, but, now and then when I'm in a good mood, I do sing, and on my other larger channel I did used to sing now and then for subscribers. Now, singing in character, that was always hard because you have a voice that really isn't yours, that you're projecting out, and it gets kind of rough by the end of a song. Actually, Classic, I used to play the guitar, but all of my knuckles have been broken. Multiple times, many of them. So I can't really pick anymore. Nope. It just hurts too much to hold chords, put it that way. And because of all the breaks in my hand, like I say, just that right there. Yeah, just that right there. I mean, it all of a sudden starts getting a sharp pain from here to there. Hello, my Bobo. But, normally I don't. I don't know why millennials are so dumb. I mean, haven't you learned that, I don't think you said marijuana smoke forces you to experience gay thoughts. Whatever. That's all I have to tell you. Now, what did I do with that? Oh, shit. I hate it when I lost the device. Damn it. Fuck. I had a good troll all planned. Damn it, Roger. Oh, well, I misplaced a tablet. I had a joke I was going to do, but it was a visual joke. So I'll just have to let that one go. Actually, Vince, where is that other device? Oh, there's the tablet. I will play you my favorite song. Because I can. Now, does this make you gay? Ah. Think she's cute? Would you like to date her? Because that's me as Verily Veronica, a character I will be playing tomorrow on YouTube on the Truthfully Trisha channel. Now, let's go to this music. Now, as a cute thing on YouTube, I have not been playing it. But I have a bank of music that I can play on YouTube that is cool as fuck. And I'm pulling a little bit of it right now. We will play a little of my favorite music. Since this is kind of a get to know you, and once, like I say, I do not have to worry about being struck. Because the owner of the channel that creates the music, when I had a larger channel than he did, I promoted his channel. And this is all original music on YouTube. Oh, shit. Just a second. I hardly use this tablet. I don't even remember its freaking setup. Come on. Yeah, ads. Yes, I know. They're trying to sell me a spicy chicken sandwich, man. I don't want the spicy chicken sandwich. I saved hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Ah, now they're trying to sell me some Liberty Mutual, man. Excuse me, T-Cat. Cat. And that was Forever in a Metal Coffin. Now, where I have this music to use on my channel whenever I want. Also, oh shit, cat, please, God's sake, please stop destroying everything. Remember my little inbred kitty? She is a destructive little lass. Now go to my channel here. Go to my view channel. Playlists. Now, since I have unique music, I have many songs I can use. There's a YouTuber known as Adrastia, and I took a lot of that type of music, and I dubbed it to her Insane Rants. And I created an entire metal album on my playlist. And it is basically a drama debunk, because her rants basically debunk things that she already says. Excuse me, honey, you're knocking everything over. I love you, bud. Now, once again, you guys will probably not like this, but this is a part of an album I created on my playlist channel. It's the only place it is. It's Adrastia metal. And the album's called I'll Never Stop Screaming. Now, once you listen to her for 2-3 minutes, you will understand the I'll Never Stop Screaming thing. The question is like, oh God. Now, there's a couple I usually play, but I'm going to put out ones that she's not. I guess we'll go with They're Lying. Now, this song I'm about to play, this was not cut and dubbed. This is one long, continuous rant. You will think that I have edited this. It will sound like I have edited this. But this is one long, continuous rant that I lined up with the music. Richella, you're not going to do it. Well, we're having knocked over by a cat. Well, we'll stop that right now because Richella has just come and decided to knock you completely over and turn the music off. I think that Richella had enough of Adrastia. But that was Adrastia metal, and it's on my playlist. Like I said, I took Adrastia's Insane Rants and I put them to the music that I can use and never get struck on this channel. Because like I say, this music is only on YouTube. And it is a cool dude. He's Russian, by the way. He's not a human monster or nothing. He's just a nice dude. He just happens to be Russian. And that is his music. It's just, he is horrible about marketing himself. So, like I say, I used to promote his music kind of like I'm doing right here, right now with you guys. Show people his channel, and now he has a much larger channel than I will ever have. But because I helped him when he was just starting, I can use all of his music on YouTube, and I never, ever, ever, ever have to worry about being struck. So, that's a fun little thing. Now, I have a channel that I tell stories on, and it has a small subscriber base. So usually when I start one of those live streams, I'll play a few songs off of a playlist, and let everyone get in, before I start. Now, I generally don't do that here because, I can just basically once I'm done with the intro, there's enough people in here to carry on a program, so I don't really need anything like intro music. So, that's just an interesting YouTube fact, that this channel and my channels do have our own unique music that I can use, and I don't have to ever worry about it. And got to move my leg. I broke my ankle. Weather must be changing. I broke my ankle back in 96. And just every so now and then, it'll be arthritic enough, it'll just shoot pain up my leg. And it decided to do that right now at this moment. It's one of the things about getting old. Now, once again, I bear pain well, but it makes me grab a hold of my ankle and rub it a bit. I don't know if the rubbing helps any good. Honestly, I don't think it does. But it's just a natural human reaction when something hurts like that. Now, I don't know why people are coming here spamming about God now. What, did somebody find out I'm a pagan and they're afraid I'm going to go to hell? I'm just laughing. Matter of fact, I'm having a hard time because I'm about to big time lose it. But, I think a part of that is because I recently had a head wound and I'm starting to hit the lack of sleep button. Well, it's 4:25 here in Kentucky. And it doesn't get light here as quick as it does in North Carolina. When we usually see light at Trisha's dawn, it's still dark here. I see a lot of the kids are out and bored in the middle of the night. Just a minute, everyone. Oh, kitties, you move my rag. Oh, well. Just a moment. I am probably going to have to go here in a moment or two because earlier in the program where I said I'm starting to feel a little off like I'm going to have a seizure, I'm starting to have the feeling that, I could probably have one at any time. Because it's like right now, just in the last minute and a half, everything in my head is starting to spin. And I start to feel a little bit off, kind of like I'm floating on water. Normally, when I start to feel like I'm going to have a seizure. But at some point, I start to kind of feel like I'm spinning a little bit. And I've just hit that now in the last couple minutes where I'm starting to feel a little bit spinny. And when I start to feel a little bit spinny, that usually means I'm going to have a seizure at some point, probably sooner than later. Now, I've had these sometimes like this, can go on 3 or 4 hours. But, it's kind of hit the warning that, I'm going to flop around like a fish for a little bit. Well, actually, Ray-Ban, if I stick here too long, you can. Now, once again, it's not one of the things that I wish, and in my medical record has a video of it. So, I kind of have one for posterity. But, now the thing that sucks is like when I first started having seizures, I didn't want anyone to see one. That didn't last long. Put it that way. Now, my next threshold was I didn't want to have one in Walmart. And then I guess it was about 2017, I had a seizure in Walmart. And that sucked, by the way. And that's when you talk about what's your top 10 best moments in life and what's your top 10 sucks. The seizure in Walmart is in my top 10 suck list, by the way. And I have said since then, the next threshold is I don't want YouTube to see me have a seizure. And so far, YouTube has not, which is also why I will be going in the next 180 seconds or so. Well, James, they have a hard time finding out. Now, once again, it could be one of several causes, but when they reviewed my case, we're thinking some of it was psychological. But when they reviewed my case the second time, when I'm having a seizure, remember how, if you've been here for a while, I said I was in the hospital, had the cap on, and they filmed me having a seizure? Well, during that, they got the full readout of my brain. Now, the second expert that looked at my tests from there, from when I was having a seizure under the EEGs, they said something is not connecting in my brain when I'm having a seizure. And that's all I can tell you, is that when I'm having a seizure, there is something not connecting in the brain. And they don't know why. Now, not during a seizure, but after a seizure, yeah. Now, I wouldn't preclude me throwing up during a seizure, because many times with the spinning around, you can feel pretty nauseous before a seizure. You know, I'd never thought about it, but yeah, I could see easily where someone could throw up. Now, I got a super strong stomach. I used to drink with bikers. I used to party with bikers. And if you threw up, they made fun of you. And I never threw up. So, you know, that may be why. But yeah, there's a lot of times when I say I get really spinny, or, you know, I feel like Jack Sparrow. You know, and when it's like that, you kind of feel like you're going to puke. Now, once again, I got a strong enough stomach I don't. But yeah, I never thought about it, but I could really see where that could be an issue. Oh, I shake. Now, the thing is pot helps it a lot. I had stopped smoking pot for many years before seizures. And I had seizures for over 2 years. Bad. But pot fixes it about 90%. And that's my $400 a month cost. Now, once again, I don't do well with pharmaceuticals. But if you like and subscribe, we'll talk about that another day, because that's another long 20-minute explanation. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here because, like I say, I'm feeling kind of spinny. And as it goes on, I start to have trouble making words. You know, it'll be more like I'll start searching for words, and then I'll start to get shit backwards. And this is behavior that happens right before a seizure. And once again, if I'm trying to do something like my dinner yesterday, it's just all over the floor. Now, I didn't get to eat it all yesterday, and that's why I need to get to the store in the morning so I can go get myself food and a good meal. So that's supposed to be my plan here in a few hours. But with me feeling like I'm going to have a seizure, I don't think I'm going to get to the store. Now, I do have some peanut butter and crackers over here, and that will probably end up my replacement meal. But yeah, I'm going to go right now because, like I say, I'm starting to, like my head right now, I'm trying to keep it still, and it's just kind of bouncing around on its own. So I'm pretty close to a seizure. Now, everyone, thank you for coming, and I hope to get to know some of you who subscribe, and take care, and I'll talk to you pretty soon, within the next couple days. And thank you for coming.